What is up, guys? I am back with another new video, and today we're going to be making some custom sub mount brackets. Now, if you've been with me since I've had the olds, which is probably very few of you, you would know I made some custom brackets for my amp, and these ones turned out great because I had my dad's help. But guess what? He's not going to be with me working on these, so they're probably not going to turn out as great. But anyway, we have like a little hood, a white hood off of a Fox body, I believe it is. And I cut some pieces off with tin snips. This isn't a great piece that I cut, but I'll clean this one up, and I gotta go get more. I can also make some out of this one as well. But I want to make at least 4, one for each corner, because the sub moves around, and I'm probably gonna find a way to mount the amp as well, because they move around, and I feel like the wires are gonna get damaged and like yanked out of the amp whenever it vibrates, and I'm just so tired of moving the sub back into place. So, the wood that is, okay, so there's a spare tire, and then there's like wood with like carpet on top. I'm going to mount it into the wood, but the wood isn't very thick, so I gotta use small screws, which I'm fine with. But you guys get to come and watch me make these. I might have to continue this on till tomorrow because I have stuff to do after, or in a little bit, so I'm gonna try and get as much done as I can today. But if I don't get a lot done, then I'll just continue on tomorrow, maybe next couple of days, because I want to be able to paint these as well. I want them to look nice because it's the little details for me that matter. Alright, so our first step we have to do is we're gonna have to drill some holes with these drill bits that I got. I had to pick out the screws from the box of screws we have back here. I wanted to keep around the same size and keep like the top of them, the heads of the screws, looking at least the same, because I don't want to drill a hole too big into them that we gotta like go get a new piece. But first, before I even drill or even start thinking about drilling, I gotta actually cut the tin snips though, or not the tin snips. I can't talk. I gotta cut the pieces into their little strips that I need. That way I can make sure that they fit and they look good-ish and better. So I also gotta make sure that they are long enough for the sub box, because I actually don't know the distance from the sub box to like an open area. So I actually have to go get the sub. I'll be right back. I went and I got the sub, and don't worry, there's like little bump stops right here to stop it from hitting on the face. I would never put a sub on the face on the ground like that. That would be really bad actually. Which kind of lights? Yeah, I don't know if that helps at all, but there's not really much distance, so I could probably, they're not gonna be this thick. I'm gonna cut them down, of course, but I don't need that much room, to be honest. I just need good enough space. So alright, so I ended up actually going a different route, and I just cut the 2 big pieces that I had in the middle. This was my second piece that I didn't use, but I ended up just cutting them in straight lines like I have on the amp, and it's actually turning out to look pretty well. This one is questionable. I'm gonna have to use the bigger side for this one on the sub, but the rest of them are doing pretty good. They look pretty well. I'm going to probably try and straighten them out as best as I can. Then we can go spray paint them. We're not gonna be able to mount them today. Actually, I think I'll drill the holes first, and then I'll spray paint them. That way I don't mess up the paint. Alright, so it's actually a few hours later tonight. I ended up having to go do some stuff, but I'm back and I want to finish these brackets for tonight, and then we can do the rest tomorrow. I want to get these painted. So yeah, let's do this. Nice, it fits. That's good. Okay, so finished drilling all the holes in all of them. And then I got a file and filed them all on the edges, on the top, so I can actually run my finger on the sides and not feel like I'm about to cut myself. But the last thing I'm gonna show you guys for tonight is I'm just spray painting on black. That way they can all be dried tomorrow and be ready to put in. I'll be showing you guys me putting in everything in and installing it tomorrow. But I'm just gonna do the first coat on the tops, and then I will stop the video there because I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry and then come back and do a second coat on the back. Okay, so like I said, that is all I'm going to be showing for tonight. I'm gonna just do some cleaning up, putting stuff away that I'm not gonna need tomorrow, and then we'll continue on tomorrow. So I'll continue the video after school whenever I get out, but basically it's just gonna be like a second for you guys. So yeah, see you guys in a second. Alright, what is up guys? I am back, day 2 of this video. It actually finished raining like 2 hours ago. It doesn't even look like it. I mean, everything's already dried up pretty well. So I did get the brackets painted. I put about 2 coats on the side with like the white paint, and the middle side was just like 1, I think, or I did 2. I did 2 on both. But they came out pretty well. I wasn't expecting it to be like perfect like car paint, you know. Plus it was 30 degrees whenever I did it, or sorry, 40 degrees. My bad. Felt like 30 though. So for this part, I want to pull this screw out, put this part in, like on it, and then drill it in and fit it up, and just see how it looks and everything. See if it actually fits, because this would suck if it didn't, and waste of time, to be honest. Nice. And there's like no play. It's actually really solid. So that's actually pretty good. I'll end up doing all 4. I'll end up doing all 4 just to make sure that that they all actually fit. So I'll do that, then I'll fill you guys in a few seconds. They all fit pretty well. This one I gotta straighten out because it's bothering me. But it turned out pretty good. They all fit like I wanted it to. And none of the holes are too big for these screws, which is also a good thing, or also some good news, because I was worried that the hole might have been too big for these, but they are not. So I can actually go and put the box in my car right now, and then drill it down and figure something out for my amp. Or I can figure out something for my amp right now. So I figured out what I'm going to do with the amp. I'm going to mount it right here on the side. I'll mount it on the side right here, because there's already like little tabs that I made before, and I'll mount it right there. And so I'm gonna have to mount this upside down though, or I'll mount it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mount it like this, so the words are gonna be upside down, but that'll be the only way that I can have these as close to the cords as possible, because I want this to be like straight, and even if that, like, I want it to be like narrow. So like, say you're looking at the trunk, I want it to be like this, but worst comes to worst, this side will just be showing on the back as well, which will also be good for the amp. So I'm gonna get this mounted. I'm gonna go get some more screws actually from up there, and I'll put the screws on, mount this up, and then we can go test it in the car, because I just want to see, because I feel like that would work fine. I'm just worried about the sub fitting. So let's mount this. This should look pretty good. It'll keep everything together, like the amp and the box, which was what I wanted, because the amp would shake around, and that's one thing that I don't want the amp to be moving, because it'll break. I mean, it'll be connected to the sub, but it's better than bouncing around and stretching the cords out, because my ground cable was actually kind of like tearing where the wire was exposed because it was being pulled on. So yeah, we don't want none of that. So, and it'll just keep everything together, and it'll look neat, which is all I want. So yeah, I put the sub on its side, so that way I don't have to hold it up and look at everything. So the hole is right here, which I'll drill in. Then I got this one right here. This tab ended up breaking a while ago, I think, on my other car. So we don't have a third or a fourth tab, but these 3 should be fine, to be honest. If I need a 4th one, then I'll just go make one real quick, but I don't think I need one for now. So I'm gonna drill these and see what happens. The 3rd one in, tighten this one down, make sure this one was tight because I had a little bit of space left, and this thing does not move. I can pick it up with the box. So that is good. Now I can go throw this in the back of my car, and then we can drill these into that wood in the back. That's why I still have the small screws that I have not used yet, because they're not really long, and they're shorter. that's all. But yeah, this is turning out really well. Like I said, saving space in the trunk. Whoops, knocking down this paint can. But But yeah, this is gonna be really clean because on this box, I drilled the amp onto the back right here, but I can't, for some reason, the amp with the wires is too big for my back seat of my car. But actually, let me show you my dad's setup. So I wanted to do something like this, but you can see his amp is much smaller than mine, so he can do that, but I cannot. Did not mean to slam it that hard. My amp plus the wires is too big, so I gotta think of something, which I did. Alright, so here is the product that we got right now. I ended up having to flip this back around because my plan that I wanted to do did not work. So we got that in, and then I had to put like a piece of wood. It's like a thin piece. It's nothing like really thick or heavy. And it's under the whole box on both screws because I wanted it to be a little thicker because I didn't want to go into the metal that's under the car, because I don't know if the gas tank is right there or if it's somewhere else. And I just realized there's a ground or something right here, so I could have used that one as well. So I'm gonna drill this in and plug the wires in, and I gotta remember to disconnect the battery before I put the power wire in, or else I'll start shooting sparks. So I've done it before. So this thing is not going anywhere. I got it all in. It is solid. And what I noticed as well is that with this cord, this part goes into the sub box, and then the other side will be able to wrap around to the amp. Alright, I think I have to go this way, but it won't be on the floor, which means it won't look like a mess. So this is just cleaning it up, making it look nice, which is what I wanted, to be honest. So I'm gonna wire this up, make sure everything works, because I didn't mess with any cables or anything, so everything should work just fine, but you honestly never know. Alright, well, got everything plugged in. Oh wait, messed that up. Alright, got everything plugged in, and that looks actually a lot nicer. I mean, I could do a little bit of cleaning up with the wires over here, just make them a little bit better, but it looks a lot better than how it was before. Everything is more together, not all spread out. My wire cord and my ground are connected, so is this blue wire right here. It's like really thin, and like it can never catch. So I'm going to plug my battery back in. I'm gonna start it up and see if I got everything working right. Wouldn't surprise me if I mess something up, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now. And I wonder if it being bolted down now, or screwed in, or whatever you want to call it, I wonder if it will like stop like the shaking with the GoPro on it as much. Guess there's not one way to find out, huh? That actually turned out really well. The sub wasn't, the box wasn't shaking. Another thing I forgot to say, make sure that your screws aren't too long to where you can hit your sub. You guys have to be a really long screw, especially from whenever I was drilling in, but just a precaution for all of you out there. But and make sure you're not drilling into the metal, because you don't know where your gas tank is. I see where my gas tank is, but I just didn't want to drill into my floor because I don't know, just in case. It's never bad to be too cautious. But the only real test now is to drive around and see how much it moves, if it moves at all. So I guess we can call this a success. So thank you guys for watching, and if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next episode.